Police releasing this new sketch of a person of interest as they hunt for the person who brutally murdered a mother and a father, two parents, while they were hiking with their two young daughters at Arkansas's Devil's Den State Park. He's described as a white male with a medium build, wearing dark clothing and sunglasses at the time, all as police release this photo of a person of interest in the case. Fox News contributor and former homicide detective Ted Williams joins me now. Okay, so Ted, we have this photo of a person of interest. We have this sketch of a potential suspect, but we're going on 5 days now. Are you hearing anything from your sources in law enforcement as to whether these killings were random or whether they were targeted?
You know, Todd, I got to tell you, that's an excellent question that has not been answered. Law enforcement is keeping this investigation pretty close to their vest. While asking for the public's help, they're only giving out limited information. Quite naturally, what they want from the public is anybody who saw this person of interest, who saw these kids in the park, or who saw possibly a car, or a four-door sedan that had dark license plates on it, or the license plates haven't been covered out. This investigation is still in the infancy stages, but very close to law enforcement vest.
Yeah, to that point, Ted, of them not releasing a lot of information, why are authorities still not telling us, again, 5 days into this, how the couple was killed?
You know, that's also an excellent question. I think law enforcement there in the Arkansas area, they're only giving out limited information. Quite naturally, they know a great deal more. But what they're having to do is to look at the history of this couple. And I think the key would be probably the daughters that were not harmed. They were 7 and 9 years of age, and I'm sure that they are able to give law enforcement a great deal of information for them to go on. But they're also looking into the history of the couple because they just arrived in the Arkansas area and decided to go on this hike. And you mentioned the question, and that is whether this was a targeted or was this a random killing of these two unfortunate couples?
Sure, and you feel so bad for these two little kids, 7 and 9, just absolutely the worst. You obviously know that law enforcement, you just said this, knows a lot more than they're letting on. But do you believe that law enforcement knows who the killer is? And at this point, it's just a matter of time before they catch him.
Well, I think it's just a matter of time before they catch the killer. I don't think that they know who the killer is at this stage. But as you know, they put out this one picture of this white male in very dark clothing, wearing a backpack and have fingerless gloves. And you would have to think that that individual within that park would stand out. You know, that park was about 100 degrees on last Saturday when all of this was going on. So for a person to be in the park dressed that way, that person should stand out. Hopefully law enforcement is getting information from the public.
That's an interesting point. Meantime, there is this as well. A vigil held last night for the 4 victims of the horrific Manhattan office shooting. All this as Mayor Eric Adams reveals some new info about the shooting. Listen.
We have discovered through our investigation, as this continues to unravel, that the weapon that was used, part of the weapons was purchased by an associate of the perpetrator, and he also purchased the firearm that was found in the car by using a carry permit that he received in Nevada.
Ted, what should we take away from the fact that the killer had someone else purchase a key part of the weapon ultimately used in this horrific act?
Well, you know, Todd, is not illegal for someone to purchase parts of the weapon. But the big question is the person that purchased those parts of the weapon that the mayor is talking about, what did they know? Did they know that this person was going to travel from Las Vegas into the New York area and was going to commit this heinous crime here at this Park Avenue address? So they're back in their investigation. They're moving backwards to try to find out as much as they possibly can about this person, what he knew and what others knew about this killer.
Ted Williams, thank you for your insight on these two cases. We appreciate it. And NYPD Chief John Schell will be on Fox and Friends later this morning with an update on the investigation into the Park Avenue killings. Ted, thank you.